big stories on an emotional day for our area, just as hundreds lined up for a procession of fallen Pittsburgh police officer Calvin Hall. Another officer was shot in a shootout along busy McKnight Road.
Shoppers told us they had to run for their lives.
The cashier said, no, those aren't fireworks, those are gunshots.
We're getting answers about the undercover investigation that led to gunfire right by a daycare.
And that is where we begin tonight, a deadly shootout in the parking lot of the Big Lots right along McKnight Road.
And as you can see in this map, that is part of a plaza that includes a daycare, a gymnasium, and a Subway. So a wild scene this afternoon. Here's what we know right now. An undercover agent with the State Attorney General's office was taking part in a drug operation when the shootout happened around 1 this afternoon. The suspect was killed. The agent is in stable condition at a Pittsburgh hospital. We have live Team 11 coverage for you at 5 as our reporters dig into this investigation, the agent, and talk to witnesses and shoppers. We begin with Channel 11's Rick Earl, who was the first reporter there and helped guide us through our breaking coverage live on air earlier this afternoon. Rick?
Yeah, Peggy, that's right. 4 hours after this shooting, this is still a very active scene. If you take a look behind me, you can see the medical examiner just removed the suspect's body from the scene, and you see a number of police investigators still here gathering evidence, going through evidence, trying to determine what happened here earlier this afternoon. Now, this was supposed to be what's called a drug buy and bust, where they take a suspect into custody. But shortly after 1 o'clock, something went terribly wrong here, and shots were fired. Shots rang out in this busy parking lot on McKnight Road in Ross Township this afternoon. Bullets shattered car windshields as customers were shopping in Big Lots.
The cashier said, no, those aren't fireworks, those are gunshots.
Investigators say it was all part of an undercover drug buy by the State Attorney General's office. There was an exchange of gunfire just after 1 o'clock. A 31-year-old suspect shot and killed. An agent with the Attorney General's office hit twice in the arm and leg.
He was transported to a regional trauma center. I'm happy to say he's in stable condition. He's conscious and alert, and he's talking to his family as we speak here.
Police officers from agencies all over swarmed the shooting scene as forensic technicians gathered evidence and took photographs. Investigators wouldn't say how many shots were fired or who fired first. Any idea what led to the exchange of gunfire?
I don't. We've just begun our investigation, so we'll see where we go from here.
Now, county police are leading the investigation here. They tell me they will turn their findings over to the district attorney, who will ultimately decide if this lethal use of force was justified here in Ross Township this afternoon. Reporting live along McKnight Road tonight, Rick Earl, Channel 11 News.
All right, Rick, a wild situation there. And here is a live look now at Allegheny General Hospital on the north side of Pittsburgh. And again, the state narcotics agent who was shot is in stable condition tonight. We're working to get more details on him for a live report at 5:30.
Well, you can only imagine what it must have been like for shoppers and people in that area as gunshots rang out right in front of the Big Lots store. Always a busy place, but especially busy around lunchtime when this happened. Let's bring in Channel 11's Gordon Lesh. And
Gordon, you talked to shoppers inside and outside the store who scrambled to protect themselves. Not quite sure exactly what was going on there, right?
Yeah, David and Peggy, as you know, a very busy shopping plaza here. A lot of traffic comes through. Not only is there the Big Lots store here right across from the scene, also down the way there's also a dance studio, a gym, a fast food restaurant, and a daycare center. We talked to shoppers and workers who say when they heard those gunshots, they went ducking for cover.
Well, I'll tell you, it was chaos when I came out, literally chaos.
Shoppers describing the scene this afternoon after the shootout along McKnight Road.
No, I got down. I got down. I hear shots, you get on the floor.
Some customers came out to see two people on the ground who we later learned were the suspect in an undercover drug buy and an agent with the Attorney General's office.
So this is just horrible. Yeah. Horrible for this area.
The shot sent people running for safety, including a group that hid in the break room of the Big Lots store using a refrigerator to barricade the door, not knowing what kind of danger they were in.
So myself, and then there was a woman with her 3 young children. We just started running. And then I ran into another customer down one of the aisles, and I said, gunshots. I said, we got to find some place to go. We got to find some place to hide.
The exchange of gunfire leaving people who live and work here feeling uneasy.
What on earth is going on here? You know, I mean, you hear too many of these things with police officers. It just breaks my heart.
Unfortunately, no bystanders were hurt. There's a look at some of the businesses I was just talking about behind me. None of these businesses closed. Just this section of the parking lot was closed off as this investigation continues. Live in Ross Township, Gordon Lesh, Channel 11 News.